Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate HD. These names are, I think, supposed to mean something, or at least sometimes they mean something. So, the MOF indicator, I think, is supposed to mean something, but I don't understand if this was originally a DS game, like, the initials should line up with that, and it doesn't. And Lord of Shadows really doesn't make any sense either, so perhaps this is the one series where the Castlevania game names don't have any indication as far as their initialism. So there's kind of nothing else even here to do. I just needed to collect that one thing. And so we can just move on. Yeah, we can just kind of move on. Going through this entirety of this game has let me do a little bit of grinding, but very, very little XP was gained from that. So I'm of the thought that there's going to be a new game plus or something that just changes how everything works, and or we've just made a horrible mistake and I shouldn't have run through the entire game and collected all these collectibles. Which, if that's the case, then why did they give me the teleporters at this point instead of, oh, I don't know, giving me the teleporters after I had beaten the whole game, or gone further. This elevator looks definitely different. I suppose it might be worth it to think for a second about what this would look like if everything was upside down. I don't think it would change too much, frankly, though. I think you'd still pretty much be in the exact same experience. I would much prefer to see twice as many levels in the game versus the same levels getting reused. Alright, so this is the last one, and then we're just gonna have to run. And does it really make sense that you have... I don't think we've seen this one, that kill screen before. Does it really make sense that you have indefeatable unblockable or blocking enemies? No. Quite often I feel like in games you would be better off with twice as many enemies at let's see, at half the amount of health. So yeah, I would definitely have liked to see twice as many enemies on screen at half the health. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark this and then delete that. There's apparently 2 marks on something that I either did not look at or did not delete. Because we started with 50, didn't we? Yep. And I assume that we've collected everything since the map tells us we've collected everything. So now it's just a matter of swinging. Like, this demonic statue is cool to look at and all, but if it becomes upset upside down. That doesn't really do anything. I'm draining my magic. I really shouldn't be doing that. Let's see. It doesn't seem like I can actually jump up and climb that, oddly enough. So we're gonna have to go through here and work our way just around. And we can hit all of these and try and fill up as much of our abilities as possible. No, that's not the direction. It's very often a case in games like this where you have that Castlevania element that you just hit a max level as far as storyline is concerned, and then you have to grind yourself up to a much higher level to beat the bosses. And I don't know if that's really the case in this scenario. It may have been that I could have not bothered to collect any of the things I had missed, and I would have just been able to still beat the next boss, which I kind of think the next boss is Dracula. Or something along that lines. I do have a thought, but the story here wouldn't support this idea, because the writing has been completely non-existent. There's a thought that maybe I am a ghost and not a Belmont, and thus I'm perceiving myself in a false way. And so we're actually playing as a bad guy. Would that really change anything? I don't think it would. I'm still trying to figure out the right direction. These guys are still a nightmare. I don't believe I can actually leave this area until I've cleared off everything. Or maybe I could have. So this is kind of the last place we were. And we can just walk through here and ignore that fight. And we're at full everything. And we just need to go up higher. And then we can move the story forward. And there's no reason why we would ever need to go back down unless the game decides to change everything on us, which it might. The fact that we can transverse all of this so easily and so quickly is a disappointment. I feel like even before Metroid Prime and Super Metroid, even the original Metroid game, I feel like took longer to get from one end of the map to the next end of the map. I believe there was a collectible up there we had already collected. So I think we just came up here and that's as much as we did. So we have no idea what's here. It says there's one collectible, and that's it. Right, so I'm gonna turn on this and then rotate this. See if that does anything. That was unnecessary. I'm noticing when I turn this on, it doesn't come into full screen sometimes. Like, it doesn't go to a full UI. It goes into this half UI. And then if I do something, what was that? What triggered that sound effect? I might as well refill here, even though I'm at full. There is something weird, I guess, to say. We haven't upgraded all of our health and attack to the maximum. So there has to kind of be more game here. Oh, so you're just gonna straight up kill me? That was some just grade ABS right there. Okay. So when I'm here doing this, then I let go, it flies away. So what am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be slowly doing it? Use the Spirit of Snyder to aid you. Summon him with right trig. Right bump. Maybe I was not... Maybe I was disabling him when I turned on the shield. Because it didn't seem like he was doing much. There we go. Creak, creak, creak. It's definitely weird music just coming out of nowhere. This feels like ideas that you could have had this kind of platforming, climbing on the outer edges of the castle multiple times, like a lot of times. All right. I want to be able to jump onto that so then I can get up there. There's a collectible. I guess I'm just going down here. And this is just a new kind of creature. A terrible CGI creature. And I'm not trying anything special here. I'm just beating on it quite a lot. That's a weird introduction to a new character because we really haven't had to have special fights with that kind of creature, so with any creature before. So I wonder if we're going to run into a scenario where alright, this should be enough, where we're gonna have to fight that guy as a boss. Those little hunchbacks seemed intent in their work to build and expand the castle. I don't know where they came from or what drives them, but for some strange reason they seem to be influenced by the darkness that surrounds the new lord of the castle. This is the first instance of a new lord of the castle being mentioned, and while we did get a decent amount of experience there, not really a lot. And we're still at 100%. Let's see. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Jump over this way. We can't go any further. I thought we might push this all the way onto that platform. But I guess not. So I guess I'm jumping over here with that weird floaty jumping ability. And I guess I can't jump over there to the right. This is like the 4th time we've climbed a rope, by the way. We can shield ourselves with this, and we can jump through. This is really just a reiteration of things we had seen before. And it hit me and did some damage, but not enough for it to matter. So instead of it just infinitely spawning this creature, I guess we're just going to have to fight him a couple times. These aren't working. And that's not working. Well, interesting. Grab it and smash it. And this would be the first time in the entirety of the game that we've had a ability to refill both our magic and our health. So if that doesn't scream boss, I don't know what does. And audio just abruptly crashed. I think we're gonna crash through this window and fight Dracula or our father. And or both. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Simon. Come, Simon.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Am I supposed to do something? Oh, I do control this. So I'm walking forward to some kind of succubus pleasure palace.
Come closer, Simon. Don't be afraid.
I guess Castlevania is kind of known for throwing odd curves in this story.
Welcome, warrior. We've been waiting for you. You have traveled so far.
Going for the horny
Come,
teenager
stay with us.
audience
You'll
here.
find our hospitality most pleasant.
I really don't have any other ability. None of the other buttons do anything. So I am just walking forward.
Come on, Simon, get closer. Join us.
So unless I'm supposed to just stand.
Stay there, my sweet.
There's always a level of weirdness in games like this where even the monster women,
You like what you see?
you're a little reticent to kill them as much as you're willing to kill thousands upon thousands of male-looking monsters. So I'm supposed to tap A and stop her from sucking the life out of me. So she's really just a harpy again. Here, how about that? That worked fine. But I should have charged it up. In these fights, there's no way to get more.
Look at this, Simon.
There's no way to get more ammunition. Yeah, this is really going for the horny teen audience, and it doesn't play in a way that makes sense with press right trigger to grab the shield. Okay, right trigger. The first Lord of Shadow game, I don't really think had any of that. There is a level of, yes, all the Belmonts have to find a ooh, I'm supposed to grab the woman, I guess, and rip her down. I don't think I did that in time. So in the background, these tentacle-like arms are grabbing the next woman for her to absorb from the ground. This is weird if this is the game. And it seems like it's always going to be X, so it's not even really as much a guess question. It's a quick time event, yes, but it's not randomized. Now you've got 3 different women. They paid an animator to animate 4 different hair colors and faces for these insignificant characters. And apparently they didn't animate how that was going to happen or be explained away. So apparently we're looking for the real one. If there is a real one, I'm starting to take damage, so I need to kind of dodge attacks. And I think that's probably what we're doing more of right now anyway, is just trying to dodge attacks. Like, there's no grab here. Now I can grab something. I'm glad I upgraded my life. Otherwise, I feel like I probably would have died. And so we are, it seems, potentially going to win here on the first try. Unlike that first fight where we died multiple times and the checkpoints then made it incredibly easy. Well, no, I was wrong. I did actually die. So then that moves it back to this part. And I don't know if I'm supposed to just focus on one, I guess. I guess that is the trick there. And it seems like there is either a deflect attack or a grab attack that you're supposed to be doing when she's about to disappear. Like, I don't know if maybe I deflected that then, or what. I have enough shield now, I can also be guarding myself, and that means we're about to win. I don't know how this is gonna work into the story of the first game.
I'm sorry I failed you, my lord.
Is Dracula just gonna show up right now? Am I supposed to press a button? I guess I am. Yeah, you're walking forward. Again. Unnecessary programming going on here, and unnecessary animation of a lot of different female characters for one fight. Meanwhile, the level design of this world is terrible. There could have been twice as many levels for the budget. That was I'm exaggerating, but there could have been a few more levels instead of animating those women.
The name Belmont.
I am Simon Belmont.
There could have been more animation in these cutscenes for that example.
I've come to destroy you.
Tell me, how do you plan to do this, Simon Belmont? With that, perhaps. That relic you carry holds no power over me, young Belmont. Know this, your father died by my hand. Will you suffer the same fate? You cannot kill me. You will die in vain, just as your father did.
We'll see about that now, won't we?
Still a weird Scottish voice acting. And comes in, who is this?
Good of you to join us, Alucard.
So Alucard is Dracula backwards. But is there an Alucard and a Dracula in the Castlevania series? I don't know. I don't think so. So if Alucard is the guy that walked in, who is the guy at the top of the castle? Is this ghost something, the mother? So that was all of Act 1.
You were here too. Who am I? No. No. I see who I am. Is this to be my fate? Not this. Please, not this. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Tell me where he is.
I don't know how this would be a really cool idea. If we're gonna come at the castle from like a different side.
For us to meet once more. Father.
Like, if we're just starting the whole game over and we're playing as Alucard now, that's seems kind of dumb. And it opens the question about, are we then going to have a third act where we play as the father of who I have no idea who that is, Interesting, we're starting at level 10, so there probably isn't a third act, which is odd. Or if there is a third act, it's just co-op between the two characters. Awakening from death after 30 years of being in the ground, Alucard discovered his true fate to become that which he swore to destroy. There's little left of the man once walking in the sunlight, a sad and painful memory of that which was lost, but in the place a strong desire for revenge upon the man who made him. So there's 6 unlockables as far as items. I wonder how that's gonna work. And we just have all of the attacks and things we've already unlocked. And yeah, we're at halfway through the game, where we'll just unlock these final attacks, and we'll probably do it somewhat fast. And interesting, Alucard will not fight this creature. You don't have any secondary weapons. Check again once you open this. So we're gonna have to unlock secondary weapons, which will be different. And I guess that means we probably will run into a whole different collection of enemies that are gonna be just terribly mixed together. Like, honestly, if you were gonna do this kind of story, I think you would want to have it where the map design was split, was merged together to be one much larger castle, and then you would just have story plot points where you switched between one character and the other. So ideally, after we had fought the first boss or gotten out of the village, in the first couple of areas, we would have started playing as Alucard with no backstory or explanation on who he was, and then throughout the course of getting to the top of the castle, we would unlock the backstory. Now we've been given this reveal and we kind of know what it is, but who cares now, because now we just want to rush to the end of the game and defeat the father of Alucard, whoever that is. As soon as I entered the great hall, I felt it drawn to the mysterious mirror in the center. The world reflected in it trembled with every step I took upon until it disappeared completely. I saw a terrible vision of a pale man kneeling beside my corpse, examining my last entry on my scroll. So he saw in the mirror what I was just doing right then. Okay, well, it has been 30 minutes, so that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.